Today we're going to go over how to use the new build request form. The first thing you're going to want to do is make sure that it is saved on your desktop. To do that, File, Save As. Make sure that it's saved in an XLSB format, and then click Save. If it asks you to enable macros, go ahead and enable them. Please note anything in aqua or orange is a required field that needs to be filled out. To start, are there any specials that the client would like to add? Go ahead and include that here. Next thing is the specific things you don't want to add. You'll see when I clicked on here, my cursor actually jumped down to this vertical section. We are hearing that this is happening on some people's machines. This is something that we are working on fixing, but if that happens to you, note that you can just click again and you can start typing in that field. Next, we want to add the company name and then the CID. And then the website. All of these orange are drop-down boxes. You simply click on the arrow and then choose. Is this a website of Thrive, yes or no? This one is. Is this a custom domain or a custom site? This one is not. Have you validated that the Thrive site is live, yes or no? If it's not a Thrive, it doesn't matter which one you select. Type of tracking. Are we tracking by proxy, JavaScript, or direct to site? Since this is a Thrive, we'll be tracking by JavaScript. Desired launch date. The desired launch date should be 5 business days after you're submitting this case to the build team. So as today is 4/6, my desired launch date is going to be 4/13. Proactive build. You're going to select yes or no. The PRSD date. If the date has already passed, you can put the date that was in the system for the PRSD. If it is a future date, please be sure to enter that and make sure your desired launch date is that date or after. Case submission date. That's the date that you're submitting the case to the build team. The CM name, that's where you put in your name. Next is total budget. How much is the total SCMP budget? You can see this in PBAP. Total click budget. That's how much are you pushing to all of the engines. Budget allocation. Generally, we tend to use 70-30, 70% going to Google Bing and 30% going to Superpages. Please note, if you do anything under 20%, the client will be charged 7% more management fee towards Superpages. Please note this total must equal 100%. Next, you're going to put in the SCM estimator lead amount. This is going to be the minimum amount that you received when you ran the SCM estimator. The starting search bid. Although this is not a required field, I would recommend putting something in here if you know what the starting bid should be. Next is your geography. Do you have any geo ad groups that you would like created? If so, go ahead and add those cities here. If you don't add any, no geo ad groups will be built. Next, you're going to put in your Google. You can simply copy and paste into Bing and then Superpages if needed. Please note, if using a radius, the radiuses are different in Superpages. Going down to the vertical. So if you click on this drop-down box, it's going to give you a list of all the verticals within Kensho. So some of these are named a little bit different than what you're used to, but they're directly from Kensho. So for example, if you're doing a funeral home, that's under death and dying. You'll see that it auto-fills in all the possible ad groups that we have already listed here. There could be ad groups that are not listed. So for example, if this client doesn't want to do emergency, we're going to uncheck any of the 24-hour or emergency ad groups. Simply uncheck. Down at the bottom of all of them, you'll see that there's a branding. That's going to be if you want to have an ad group with the client's name. A competitor, that's going to be an ad group with competitor names, and then other. If there's any other specific ad groups that need to be added, make sure that box is checked, and then go over here and type those specific ad groups. If there are any negatives that you want put in place, that's where you'll add them here. That's it on this page. Going down to the campaign extensions. Again, everything in aqua or orange is required to be filled out. Day parting. Do you want specific day parting for this client? Yes or no? If you select yes, you'll need to enter that time here. If you select no, no time is needed. Client's time zone. Which time zone are they in? Call extensions. If you would like call extensions, yes or no? For Bing, please let us know which number if there's more than one destination number, as you can only have one for Bing. Location extensions, yes or no? Callouts. Select yes or no. Please note, if you select yes, you're not required to fill out the callouts here, but you're allowed to. Site extensions, yes or no? Would you like site link descriptions, yes or no? Again, please note, although you put yes on these, you're not required to fill these out. Mobile bid modifier. Would you like a higher mobile bid? If so, please tell us what percentage. Delivery method. Would you like the ads to show standard or accelerated? Call tracking. Would you like call tracking enabled? Yes or no? Call recording. Yes or no? Would you like a call-only campaign built? If so, please select yes or no. If you select yes, please let us know if there are any specific ad groups you only want built. If you put nothing in here and select yes, we're going to go ahead and build it based off the whole campaign. Performance strategist dimension, that's where you're going to put your name. Supervisor dimension is where you're going to put your supervisor. Sales region, this is where you're going to put the sales region of the client. The vertical, this is going to be the vertical from Kenshu. You'll see that there's a long list of drop-downs. In version 2, we will have it so that you can start typing and it will autofill. Tracking dimension, are we tracking direct to site, meaning we're not tracking any calls, forms, or emails? JavaScript that's done externally, JavaScript on Thrive sites, or proxy. This one's a Thrive site, so I'll select this. Portfolio subset dimensions. Would you like specific percentages of budget going towards specific campaigns? If yes, go ahead and let us know which specific budget subset you would like. For example, Google, we want to give 80% on this account, and Bing, we would like to give 20%. That's it for this tab. The Custom Ad Groups tab is not a required field to fill out, but if you have specific ad copy or keywords you want in each ad group, feel free to add them here. Specific negatives requested. If you have specific campaign level negatives or ad group level negatives, this is where you would add them. So that's all there is to it.